Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening and welcome back to the BizTalk, brought to you by the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas, and produced by Lawin Media Network. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Bobby Reyes.
And I am Anay Tuazon. Good morning o magandang araw po sa mga nanonood sa Pilipinas. Maraming naaldao po sa mga Bicolanos. And
Sa Bisaya.
maayong adlaw sa mga Ilonggo and Visayans. And we welcome you to another program, broadcast live from Houston, Texas.
Yes, and it's also live in the Philippines and globally. So some of our friends actually don't realize that it's now because of this internet. Everything's global now. It makes it simpler. Before we were so isolated, and the internet actually opened up a lot of different avenues. And so we come to you live from Houston.
And it's so easy now with all the technology. Our producer is here right in front of us, looking at his cell phone. And another producer is in the Philippines. And we just sit here in my living room and bring to you another episode of BizTalk.
Yeah, and I think since you brought it up, you might as well mention them by name. So in the Philippines, we have Krisha De Vera, who's behind the scenes, and we have Christian Toledo here.
Oh, there
you
he
see his
is.
hand, and
Broadway hands.
of course, we also have in the background somewhere. I think she's still driving. Attorney Eileen Dizon. So, and we are part of the programs of Lawin Media Network, and so. If you're not familiar with all the programs brought to you by Lawin, you can go to their website or their Facebook page, and you can see all the programs that they have. They even have a weekend news summary. So it's actually a good place to start if you want to keep updated on nationwide here in the U.S., here in Houston, and even in the Philippines. They also cover topics. So.
Current events. Remember back in
Yes.
when we were at school, we have current events.
Yeah, it's called current events. And I don't think it's called current events anymore, is it? It's probably called something else.
That's what I said during our time.
Yeah, during our time. We're showing our age. We're called Batang 80s. We're the Batang 80s. So
Okay.
So anyway,
If you insist.
We actually had very busy, hectic last 2 weeks.
Oh yes, we did, and we had some celebrities who came to Houston and had concerts.
Yeah, tell us about it. I didn't get to go, but
no,
tell
but
us.
did we mention before that Leia Salonga was here?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. And then this past weekend we had Ian Veneracion with Daniel Padilla. Oh boy, it was a fun evening. People were trying to get to them to get all the selfies and
Of course.
and I just sat there in the front and watched them. I was so amused.
But
My amusement was watching all the people flocking to this too and having so much fun.
But you have a picture with them.
I did. And
So you had the behind the scenes.
I have behind the scenes, and after the concert we had our after party at their hotel.
Okay, not here.
Yeah, not here. I couldn't accommodate the number of people. They already had their setup at the Hilton,
Mhm.
so
So
it
which,
was
which Hilton was it?
the one on Wilcrest, right next to the new park.
Okay, okay.
Home to New Hilton. It was
Yeah,
fun.
and I think it was sponsored and produced by,
Our corporate member,
Yes.
Skin 105.
yes, and it's under a different, they have a different name for the production company though, but it is Skin 105 and our friend Estefania Huntley and her staff. And so that was, I'm sure that was fun. And then last Saturday at Seafood City, we had our very own Nancy Reyes Lumen and her adobo recipes. Excuse me. And so that was fun. It was a little crazy because it was Saturday in Seafood City. It's always busy.
That was the fun part because nobody knew what was going on. It was set up for that Saturday by,
Mhm.
of course, by Anthony Guevara
And Meg Austria from
Meg
Seafood
Austria,
City.
the manager of Seafood City,
Mhm.
and Ate Nancy called me and says, "You're gonna be my sous chef." I said, "No problem."
I was afraid she was going to ask me to be her sous chef, and I wouldn't know what to do with it. But I'm glad you were there. And we actually, so every time we go to Seafood City, it's like a reunion. We see all these people we have not seen in a while. So it's like I call it the new version of the town plaza.
It is Tambayan ng Bayan.
Yes.
Tambayan ng Bayan. And we're always the closers. We
Yeah. It was not planned. We just ended up being the ones who are there when they close. They practically throw us out because we're still there when they're about to
Ma'am, we
close.
have to leave. We have to close the doors, and we have to leave and continue our chismes back in the parking lot.
You know what we call it? So it's well known for Filipinos. We
Mhm.
cannot just say goodbye and leave. There's
It's-
different stages. You have to stop every 10 or 15 feet.
It's the
Continue the chismes.
never
then-
ending goodbyes.
And then we end up in the parking lot. And so that's where we end up for the next 15, 20 minutes, even more until we say, okay, it's getting dark. We need to go now. But anyway, no, it's a nice place to go on the weekends. Like I said, it's a little crazy. So many people, local and from out of town. And the fact that it's not just Filipinos, it's a lot of different Asians and different ethnicities coming over
Oh yeah.
to check it out. I think I mentioned it, I think, in one of our earlier shows, that Filipino food is finally getting noticed.
Oh yeah.
And
I make sure that when they're there, they're looking at all these array of. It can be overwhelming.
Mhm, mhm.
So I am not paid by Seafood City.
no, we're not. But
No, we're
there
not.
are partners.
They are a member of the chamber, and we help them out. And so, us being the tambays, we tell the other folks what is on the menu.
Yeah.
And help them pick their whatever they like.
No, I've helped them before when I know I'm in line at Grill City and then it's not a Filipino next to me. And then, it's a little hard to yell over the counter to talk to the ladies behind them. So I tell them, what do you need to know? And then I would tell them, this is that. Some of them I don't know.
Between
but
the pusit and the bangus and the sisig and the barbecue, you cannot go wrong.
Yeah. So when are we going to Seafood City next? I believe it's for Tito Flor's birthday. We have a birthday celebration coming up.
And we don't need a celebration. We just show up.
We just show up and
We just call each other and.
Yeah, and no, we'll see you next. We'll see each other then soon. Another thing that we want people to know, our chamber is having its annual gala and state meeting, and the gala is going to be on Friday, October 24th.
October 24th.
In Austin. We call it Austin, but it's actually in the suburb of Austin, Round Rock.
Yes,
Texas.
the Kalahari Convention Center.
Yes, and that's going to be the gala, and the state leadership forum and meeting is going to be the very next day, Saturday.
The very next day in the morning,
October 25.
Yes.
And so, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think the leadership forum is open to all the members or to anyone who's interested to find out what they want to know about the chamber.
Yes.
And so again, if you can check our Facebook page, all the information is going to be there.
And it's called A Star is Born, Legends and Leaders Gala.
And the special guest performer is Dessa, and I understand she's a vocal powerhouse. I personally have not seen her perform, but from what I've heard from different people, she's a very good Filipino singer. So looking forward to that.
You know what? We're famous for good singers, so you can never go wrong with Filipino singers.
The latest winner of America's Got Talent, Jessica Sanchez, is from Houston, Texas, and she's Filipino.
Yes.
So another thing that we can be proud of. And so,
and on October 25th, there's a private party here in Houston with Sofronio as the performer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So
do we know people that we can go to?
We will see. We will take a break for now, and
Yes.
we will see you in a bit.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I am here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
And we are back with our special guest for tonight, none other than our very good friend, Cora Flores.
Or
welcome, Cora.
everybody calls her Mom Cora.
Ma'am Cora.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, America. At magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas at sa lahat ng mga guro dyan naka-affiliate namin sa Unified.
Yeah, I told you this episode is all going to be about teachers, our Filipino teachers, and how proud we are of them and all their accomplishments. And so Cora Flores is president of
Society for the Advancement of Filipino Educator and Educators
Education
Professionals, SAFE EP. It is an affiliate organization of the Unified Federation of Filipino American Educators Incorporated, or Unified.
Yeah, it's called
Yes.
the first organization is SAFE EP, and the other one is Unified, UNIFFIED.
Yes, thank you for
Is
that.
this a national organization in the
Yes.
U.S.? So
Actually, it's not only national, it's a global organization because everywhere in the world, you could see Filipino teachers employed in all of those places. Yeah, our 50 states, you could count every state, there is always a Filipino teacher in there.
So now, aside from the nurses, we also have teachers.
And we're very proud. We're very
yeah.
proud of our teachers.
Mhm.
So I want to let everyone know, Ma'am Cora was an outstanding
Yes.
teacher
Oh.
in the Houston Independent School District. Was
Yes,
it
sir.
this last year?
Mhm.
2024. Award-winning
Yes.
teacher. Tell us about that award.
Well, every district, every state have their own way of acknowledging and honoring educators. And it is based from, you start with the campus
Mhm.
and then you elevate it yourself to the district and then you go to the national. So I started receiving that award in 2008. Outstanding educator in the campus.
Mhm.
And then it came back again. I was awarded 2016, 2018, and then 2024. So
She's
And
filling up her
Okay.
walls with all the awards.
maybe that's why you have a big house and you put all the awards on your walls.
yeah, I just keep it right there.
She kicks it around.
No, because you should be proud because of the fact that, and I was saying, Filipinos are known for being nurses and doctors,
Mhm.
and now
We have
you and your team
educators.
are elevating our school teachers.
That's true. And it's not only that, we have already progressed in terms of leadership. We have a lot of Filipino teachers who are now in the administrative positions.
Mhm.
In my district, in Houston ISD alone, we have several administrators, from specialist to assistant principal to principal,
Mhm.
and then some of them are already working in the district itself.
Yeah, and it's not just HISD, the Houston Independent School
That's
District. We have
true.
all the different school districts
Mhm.
around the state as
That's
well.
true. That's right. We have director of math department right at Aldine ISD, if I may mention, Dr. Brown, and she's one of our board member.
Mhm.
We have Dr. Claire, who is the supervisor of the Sam Houston University graduate school, and she focuses on those teachers who wanted to be administrator, particularly principal.
So you were already a teacher in the Philippines. Tell
That's
us how you became a teacher.
Oh, okay. So
Because I know you have a show on Lawin. We were just talking about Lawin shows. Ma'am Cora has a show, but this, I don't know if you have the same audience, but why
Yes,
don't you
we
tell
do.
us? Tell us about how you became a teacher.
Well, I graduated from the Institution for Teachers, and you all know that the best in the Philippines, that is the Philippine Normal University. And then my first job was in a seminary. If you're all in the Philippines, you know where Guadalupe Minor Seminary is, right in Makati, in front of Loyola Memorial, and then the ABC. So I first taught there seminarians. In fact, most of my students there are already priests, and they're having their own parochial, schools, and they lead parishes. And then after that, I stayed there for 4 years, and I moved to Colegio San Agustin. So that is inside Dasmariñas Village.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest schools in Manila, I believe.
Mhm, that's true. Handled by Agustinian priests.
Mhm.
I stayed there for 10 years.
Wow.
10 years. And after that, 2003, we all moved here in United States. So as a teacher, H1 visa.
So what grade levels and what subjects were you teaching before?
First, I thought creative writing, and then language arts, U.S. history, high school. And then I stayed in high school for 15 years. When HISD moved to a new type of system, I went to elementary school for 2 years. After that, I moved back to middle school. And I thought U.S. history. I have been a department chair for U.S. history for 5 years, and then moved as a teacher mentor. And until now, I'm still a teacher mentor.
So you mentioned that you came here on an H1 visa,
That's right.
and the others who are coming to the U.S. recently are on a J1 visa. Could you tell us the difference?
The difference between the two.
The J1 visa, it's labeled as cultural exchange. It's a program by the Philippines and the Foreign Affairs Department, plus the U.S. government when it comes to teachers who would like to teach here, and then let them learn what is education here in the United States. And then after the program, actually they do have 3 years of program. After that 3 years, it depends on the district if they will extend you. So usually they're extended for 2 more years, and then total of 5 years. After that, they go back to the Philippines and transfer what they have learned here. So basically, that's the gist of that program.
A cultural
yeah,
exchange.
they really need to go back and then transfer the learning to our teachers over there.
sense. And
While
I remember,
J1,
yeah, they
Mhm.
used to call them train the trainers.
Yes, that's
Teach the
true.
teachers is essentially what's
Well,
going to happen.
yeah, that's right. While H1,
Mhm.
you stay here. After 5 years, you apply for your
green card.
green card.
Mhm.
After 5 years again, you could apply for your citizenship.
Mhm.
So that's the difference between the two.
So the H1, you have you can, it is a way to become a permanent resident
Correct.
and become a
Mhm.
citizen,
Mm-hmm.
while J1, as a cultural exchange, is a temporary stay, and
That's true.
Yeah, and it's a training.
Mhm.
It's
It's
just
a
a training.
training.
visa.
and then you got to go back and
Mhm.
reapply, maybe.
Yeah, you stay there for 2 years.
Yes.
Based from the program, you have to stay there for 2 years,
Mm.
and then you could reapply. And with that, you will be moving in here as an H1 visa.
So we've been seeing a lot of the teachers coming over as J1, and you
Mhm.
mentioned they used to be H1s. Do you know what the change was? Or are there still teachers coming in as H1?
No, they have stopped hiring teachers from the
As
Philippines
H1.
as H1.
Okay.
They are now, there's so many changes in the government right now, and that really affected the H1 visa.
Mhm.
So for now, they are now only entertaining cultural exchange teachers.
Okay.
So
And-
with the current administration policies,
Mhm.
have they suspended the J1 program?
Program. Not that I really know
Okay.
for now. What I know is that there are changes when it comes to H1, but with the J1, whoever, probably they would, but whoever who are here as J1 teachers, you are secure with the contract that was given to you.
Mhm.
But for those who are coming here, I don't know.
It's an iffy situation.
Yeah, it's a different situation. Actually, it really affects what's going on here, because we have, I think, 15 more J1 teachers who already received their job order, but they are still waiting for their visas to be released
Mhm.
by the American Embassy over the Philippines.
Okay, interesting topic.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and take a break, and we will come back and continue this discussion. Interesting, very
Yes.
interesting.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lon sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel. Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
And we are back.
We're back.
So it's a live show. We keep wondering if we're going to get caught in the.
And we just want to let people know that the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce is
Well, not the chamber, but our show's tagline, if you will, is connecting people, ideas, and empowering businesses. And so it's not just businesses though, because we are also here for professionals like the teachers. And Manaites and I, we were never business owners. We were professional workers, if you will. And so our organization is open to a lot of people who are interested to learn about business and professions. And so keep that in mind if you want to keep in touch with us. And so we are back here talking with Ma'am Cora.
Yes.
and we would like to grill her.
No, not grill her. No, I want to bring this up first.
We just want her to let people know what the organization does for the local teachers, because
but before we do that, I want to bring something up that she and I did before.
Mhm.
So you mentioned you were part of the Augustinian teachers
Yes.
in the Philippines.
Mhm.
oh
You
yeah,
also started, I believe, if not 2018, 2019, you started a group, an organization of Augustinian teachers here as
That's
well.
true. Yeah, that's true.
I was there.
Yeah, I know you were
No,
there.
you were there. When we came in here, we
Like
were
I said,
about
we'll grill her. We'll do this.
50 teachers from Colegio San Agustin.
Mhm.
So we all came in here. And we are very fortunate that the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Greater Houston, was able to extend their generosity to these groups of teachers. So this is the reason why I was inspired to hold on to this group and move on to another group who are mostly benefiting from this association.
Mhm.
So we created the Society for the Advancement of Filipino Educators and Education Professionals. These organizations are primarily teachers, veteran teachers coming from the Philippines, and those who are already settled here in the United States. If you will ask me what's the goal of that,
Mhm.
okay, the purpose is we want to show the expertise of Filipino teachers.
Mhm.
If you will see and analyze the demographics of educators here in Houston, we are the third group of teachers, Filipino teachers, who really populate most of the schools here in the area, from Galena ISD, Aldin ISD, Spring ISD, Houston ISD, Lamar, and Alief ISD. So I wanted all of these teachers to come together. Let us unite ourselves. As I said, I was inspired. We have a group of business people who are together. And in this organization also, I met nurses. Okay, so
Mhm.
why in the heck, excuse my language, we have business people, we have doctors, and we have nurses. Where are the teachers?
Mhm.
So that inspired me to create this group with a vision of allowing teachers to grow, not only the other demographics, but rather I want us to show how good we are,
Mhm.
how compassionate and passionate we are in our profession. And we want to excel also in what we do. And I believe, and I'll put my profession in there, that you will not see any Filipino teachers that did not receive any award at all because of the things they have done.
Yeah, and I see them. I check your website
Mhm.
and I see the teachers and in your events and everything. So people think you're just there in the classroom. No, you're all over the community.
Mhm.
You're actually
Yes.
That's
helping
true. Mhm.
other organizations and other families as well. And so that was Safe EP. So tell us again, the Unified, the
But before we go into
Yeah.
the unified,
okay
it with her leadership,
of
she
the
welcomes.
Augustinians.
Mhm.
It started with the Augustinians, and then the next batch of teachers that came here.
Mhm.
She spearheaded all
Mhm.
these fundraisers and welcome parties. I have hosted a dinner
And orientations.
orientation to make
Orientations.
to welcome those teachers
Mhm.
who didn't know anybody here in Houston.
That's true.
And she is the Mom Cora of all the teachers. So
And if I remember the history,
Mhm.
it started with your Augustinian group.
That's true.
mhm.
You came in here as a group, not knowing anybody, not knowing the city,
Mhm.
not only a new city, a new country. You had culture shock, I'm sure.
Mhm.
So at least you were more of a support group, your own support group. You were able to help each other. So what you're doing now is what we've seen is you're helping the new teachers get acclimated to this
Yeah.
new country, which I think is very inspiring.
Yeah, you're true. That's true. And when I came in here, it was, oh, I don't want to be emotional because what happened to us before when we came, we we don't know anybody at all. So we were put in one apartment, 20 of us. We sleep on the floor, right? We just put our blanket with no pillow. Every time, every time we go out, we walked. We ask people to pick us up, and nothing at all. So we started like that. No plate, no spoon, no nothing at all. When it was the first time we experienced winter in here, we were all shivering while walking in the street, and no jacket because in the Philippines we don't have winter like this in United States. So with the help of the community, particularly the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, we were able to survive those years. And because of that, I wanted to give back. And by giving back, I tried to not to let those new teachers coming here to experience the way we did before. So we organized donation activities. We we create a group of people who will collect donations from them. In fact, it's not only that what we do. These teachers don't know anybody, don't know the place. So they will just, I think it's a social media that I was introduced to them. So we pick them up from the airport. We find housing for them free. Okay. So we don't charge anything as long as they call us. In fact, there is one story that I will share to you all. There was this teacher from Pampanga, I believe, or Pangasinan. They found my name from Facebook. And then the mother called me and said, crying, Mom, pwede po bang sunduin niyo yung anak ko? Sabi ko, sino po to? And then she introduced herself. First time nang lumipad, but umalis sa bahay nila. And the first time that she will travel is United States. And the thing is, I will take it if it is in Houston. But it's not in Houston. 4 hours drive. Fort Worth. It's in Fort Worth. It's in Dallas. And she will be assigned in Gainesville. Gainesville is another an hour and a half.
Gainesville, Texas.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I paused for a while. First of all, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. And coming from Houston, I will get off work at 4 o'clock, 4 hours drive. That's straight from school. But naawa ako. The mother was crying really so hard that even she doesn't know me. She tried the courage of calling somebody and trust your daughter to somebody that you don't know. So what I did, I called 3 of our officers and asked if you could accompany me, and so to pick up the teacher. So we did, and she doesn't have any money. I don't know what happened, but sabi ko, I cannot drive to Greensville for another an hour and a half. It's already 10 o'clock. So nag-hotel kami. We ate in the morning and then we drop her off sa Gainesville. See, these things, we value people who will come to us and ask for help. But this teacher gave back after a year. And she did the same thing to the rest of those J1 who came. And she was already established. She bought her own car. So sila na yung pumipick up.
Yeah, so
themselves.
they're paying it forward.
Yes.
By
So
example.
that's all. Yun lang ang condition ko.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm not asking any money from you all, but what I want you to do is to give it back. You just let me know. So that's it.
Yeah, and I've seen
it's
it
fine.
actually when we meet with the teachers, we meet with them here, we meet them in different areas. They tell us that because of what you started, they saw the good in it, and so they're
That's
doing
right.
it for the new teacher groups that are coming in, which I think is beneficial because remember when we came to the U.S. At least I had a brother here, so it was not as shocking. But
Yeah.
I can imagine for in that story you just told us, how difficult is it for somebody to come over here without knowing anyone
Yes.
and not understanding the culture
That's
and everything.
True. The hardest part is that the emotional piece of it. Because if you will live in a place where you're alone and you don't know anything, that is now the issue for that teacher. Why is that? Because you are struggling inside, and then you're going to struggle when you get to the classroom. And you know, it is not easy to come here because these teachers paid a lot of money. And the courage that they have, they really need support. So for those of you over there who wants to come here in the United States with J1 visa,
Call Miss Cora if you are coming to Houston.
you can just think 2, 3, 4, 5 times because it is not just fun. It is really a struggle, and kailangan nyo ng lakas ng loob to do that.
But when I have spoken to some teachers, and she told me, Miss Tess, we are really inspired and we're really working hard here in the US because we need to pay off all our debts. We've sold off our Calabao, we've sold off a farm just to make it here. I said, why did you have to do that? Because in a year's time, we'd be able to pay off all the debt, and the next year will be for savings for the future. So the first year is a struggle, but the following years, you will know people, you will have friends, and with Miss Cora at the helm, oh boy, it will be fun. And it will be inspiring for the other teachers too that come here with nothing, and after a year they're so proud of their achievements.
So Safe EP primarily helps our teachers here
Locally.
get acclimated, get, like we were saying, greeting them at the airport, getting them situated in their houses or apartments, and in their school districts as well. Because I know that you and your team also help them find their school districts and their schools. And one of the things that surprised me was I thought that once they arrived here in Houston, everything's already set up, housing, transportation.
No.
That was an eye-opener for me, and I'm glad that your group is here to help them.
You see, that's the thing. Some of them were promised that everything is ready for them, but they were not oriented on what do you mean by ready? How does it look like? So things like that. What we do in SAFE is to assist them in housing. We assist them in transporting from one place to another, particularly when they go to get their social security number. And we also assist them in filing for ID card and banks. So they need to have their bank account with that, and cell phone.
Yeah.
Those are very, very critical in their stay here, especially with the first month. They need to communicate with their families. They need to have something to store their money, because when they get their first paycheck, it needs to go directly to the bank. So basically,
when they arrive, some people think that automatically they start working. It takes about several months. They have to wait for their social security number. They have to get situated with their housing and all the, the banking and
fingerprinting.
So during that time, they need support.
That's true.
And that's when you come in and
Yes.
the community comes in and help out.
Yeah. So it's so before we take a break, let's do a quick summary of Unified. So you said Unified is the more
bigger.
It's it's
Bigger.
nationwide
It's
and globally.
global.
So tell us a little bit about Unified.
Unified started in New York and New Jersey. The main office is in New York and New Jersey. And these are all veteran teachers that the same thing, this same experience that what we had. So they organize these teachers, but basically they focus on the excellence of teachers.
Some more of recognition and awards.
Yes, and Unified is affiliated by the Department of Education and the Philippine Regulatory Commission.
Okay.
Meaning to say, whatever professional development that the Unified sponsors, you get credit for your professional development, for continuing education.
That's good.
So if you go back to the Philippines, you have 6, 9, 12 hours. So with this, we conduct online training. Last time we had our Salindunong, where we invite in speakers from different parts of United States and also Philippines. And then we put online viewing on that. We ask questions, and that they receive 12 hours of PD. So it is really more of professional development and honing their skills as teachers.
That's good. So we are going to take a break now. And then when we come back, we will talk about your current projects and future initiatives.
Yes.
We'll be back.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit DizonLawFirm.com.
All right, we're back.
We're back, and joining us is Christian Toledo. And of course, we're still here with Ma'am Cora Flores.
And we have a comment from Tito Florencio Ginhawa. Congratulations, Ma'am Cora, for leading the teachers.
Thank you.
And Dominador Kawili says, "Mabuhay ka, Madam Cora." Aha.
And so we do read the comments. So if you want to make a comment, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, just go ahead and write the comments, and we will see them. And when we have time, we will read them. And so you're wondering why we have Christian here, because we are going to discuss one of the projects that Ma'am Cora's organization is doing along with Christian's group, which is Unipro. And so before we get there, let's finish. So what are the current and future projects of Safe EP here in Houston?
For Safe EP, Unified Houston, we are launching our winter clothes drive for our teachers, because pretty soon we are now getting cold in here, and most of our teachers are not really familiar, or they don't have this experience. When they came here, they don't have clothes that will make them warm throughout the season. So we are launching that, And with those of you who would like to help us, you could visit our Facebook page with Save EP, or you could IM me, right? Cora Flores, Facebook, and I will be willing to pick it up wherever you are.
Yeah, because winter clothing is not cheap.
Yes, it is very
And we were just
expensive.
talking about the first year of their working here is essentially paying back what they spent. And so anything we can help them with winter attire.
Wag naman yung gutay-gutay na sweater. Ganun.
Hindi naman siguro.
It has to look professional.
Uh-huh.
We want our teachers to look as professional and even better than the other teachers.
Yeah, manay, baka lumabas lahat ng Prada mo saka ang mga LV mo dyan.
You know, I don't wear those.
I know. So anyway, so if you want to help, as Ma'am Cora was saying, you can actually send her a Facebook message, Cora Flores on Facebook, and even on the Facebook page of Safe EP, because I've seen it.
Or you can also contact the Philippine American Chamber
That's
of
right.
Commerce,
Yeah, you can
because
contact us.
we are
We are partners in
we are
everything
partners
that
in
we're
this
doing.
programs.
And as I was saying, we're not just business owners, we're professionals as well. And so
And October 11, I think, at the event of Filipino American History Month event.
It's
at the
11 or
Post.
12? 12.
We'll check out the Facebook.
12.
Maybe 11, maybe 12. 12.
It's
it
a
is
12.
the 12th,
12.
Sunday.
PACC has a booth there. Safe has a booth there.
booth.
Unipro has a booth there. You can bring your winter clothes in there. So yeah.
Or remind ko lang, if you are going to donate, we would like everybody, especially the community, let us put it all together. Do isang distribution lang, so that everybody will be given equally.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we have an issue of, some group, particularly this group from the south, from the west, or from the eastern part of Houston, they will be given more than what the others. So let us collate all of those and contact all of us here, and then we will evenly
So
distribute.
there will be one distribution
Yeah.
center and in one distribution date.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you will be able to schedule that event.
Yes.
And so we have a comment.
Kuya Jong,
Yeah.
kudos to Ma'am Cora and the team. Thanks for all the sacrifices you endure to prep our new Bionic teachers. I was
Yes.
helping the Kuya Jong also houses some teachers.
Yes,
I was also
and-
housing them.
Attorney Eileen Lawin has a booth on October 12th
That's the
at
you
the
go.
Post.
Thank you for the confirmation.
I'm gonna ask na rin, Jong, I have already secured the date for the professional development. It will be on the 18th. I will give you final details on that pretty soon. Thank you.
October 18th.
October 18.
Okay. And so let's go ahead and talk about this new project that Safe
the
EP,
collab.
the collaboration
Check the dates
between
too.
Safe EP and Unipro. So Christian, tell us a little bit about Unipro.
So yeah,
What does Unipro
stand
mean?
for.
Stand for what does it
Unipro. It's not like an exact acronym, but it stands for Filipino American Unity for Progress. So we have different chapters like here in Texas, New York, San Diego, Seattle, Chicago. We mostly deal with like education for like Filipino Americans, mostly the ones who grew up here, like learning about the culture. And that's how we ended up with this project, because like Unipro also does like voter engagement with Filipino Americans to make sure our voices are heard. And one of the concerns is language access. And with our Asian neighbors, it's mostly like the elders don't understand like English, and the problem in our generation, in our communities, sometimes it's the opposite. It's the kids want to learn Filipino, and like they feel like they're ostracized sometimes because they don't fit in like Filipino groups. So the concern is like a lot of folks here who grew up here want to learn Filipino. So we're partnering with Safe EP, the professional teachers, to help us do that. Yeah.
Tagalog.
So not to be nitpicky, so it's going to be Filipino language classes, not Tagalog language classes, right?
Well, there is like a, we say Tagalog just so it's easier to understand, but for legal purposes, it's Filipino.
Well, not
Politically
just legal.
Politically correct term is Filipino.
No, like I said, we're the teacher. We need to make sure we define things
That's
correctly,
true.
right?
Mhm.
And so, how is this going to be? So if people want to join these classes, how do they do it? And when does it start?
Also starts on October 18th. So Tita Cora is gonna be busy. So October 18th,
Where?
it's gonna be at MECA Houston. It's MECA stands for Multicultural Education for Culture and the Arts. So they're mostly like a Latino community-owned school, but they're kind enough to lend us some classrooms for this.
Okay.
And where is this situated?
Fairland? Is it
No,
in Fairland?
downtown.
No,
No,
Downtown.
it's somewhere in the Heights.
Yes, close to the Heights, close to Memorial. And this first batch, we're not really marketing it for everyone yet, because this first batch is mostly like an experimental batch, and like this is the first time we're doing it with like other folks. And then the next ones, after we learn like what's the best practices, we're marketing it to the public, have classes for adults and kids and
Online.
different ages.
Online also.
Online too.
So right now, what you're going to be doing is you're essentially doing a proof of concept. Is that what you're going to do? You have a group of initial students
Mhm.
working with our teachers, and
Initiated by Uniprom.
is it a who started the project? Whose idea was it?
We tried to start it like we basically did it internally first. So our staff learns how to speak Tagalog or Filipino, because half of our staff grew up here, doesn't know how to speak Filipino yet, and then half of us like grew up somewhere else, learned how to speak it. But it's different to teach it. You can't speak it, but the teaching is different. So that's where we got the expertise of Tita Cora.
I have an anecdote in that. So when it was years ago, when they planned that thing, so I told him, how are you going to test the kids or your students? I said, we have a module that we prepared. Okay, may I see the module? Okay, so they did it in a way that it is more of conversational Filipino. So I told them that if you're going to start this, let's start it right. So with a group of students that they have, I told them, let us assess them first. So we did the assessment on fluency. So are they beginner? Are they intermediate?
And also
advanced or advanced high?
In different aspects,
In
so like
different,
writing, reading.
speaking. Right? 3 components: speaking, writing, and what's the other one? Reading. So you check the comprehension, because some of them could speak, although it doesn't have cohesion at all. So I said, let us start with panitikan, and then we blend the words, and then from there they will start visualizing the word. You connect it, and then you create a sentence, and then later on you create a paragraph. Then you create a story. So that was the plan. And we already completed the assessment. We are now prepping for the modules. I have all the materials that I have given them. So in our next meeting, by next week, we're going to do the ATBAT. ATBAT is, I'm going to teach it first to them, so that if I am not around, they will be able to do it to the other kids. So we're going to do it face-to-face and online. For online, I suggested that we hired somebody who is willing to sit down and teach this perfectly. So I spoke to the coordinator, Filipino coordinator, the best of San Agustin, Colegio San Agustin. I asked the coordinator to please help us in this program, and she's very, very willing. So if we do it on a Saturday evening here, that will be Sunday sa Philippines. So she's very willing. And in fact, she
Wow.
asked me, how are we going to do this one? And if she's not available, I have a backup J1,
Wow.
who is also a Filipino teacher in high school sa Manila. So she's already here.
We've got all the resources.
Yes.
All
And
you
this
have
is
to
all
do
like
is find the students.
as respect to like SAFE and all the teachers, this is all like compensated. It's not free volunteer work because we wanted to give
Kuya
back.
ko libre, di ba?
Yeah, but what Tito Cora did is that whatever goes to her would go to SAFE directly.
So once this proof or whatever you want to proof of concept is proven, so then you will have information for everybody who wants to join the classes, and it's not going to be free, right? There's going to be a small.
Right now it's free,
Right. But eventually it will
in the
not
near
be.
future, maybe it will still be free, or maybe it's like a sliding scale, like however you want to donate. Because sometimes it's college students who want to learn and we don't want to
Or maybe we could ask for
sponsors.
Yeah, we
get
can find
sponsors.
sponsors.
Because right now we have grant money for this, and
that's
maybe
good.
we could also, because I don't know the school system right now, but like there's funding for after school programs.
Yeah.
That's what we want to get.
I think that's best then. If there are any grant funding
that's true.
programs specifically for this type of teaching, I think that's what we need to do, because that's a different topic altogether. We need to learn as a community how to
That's
tap
right.
into community
Yeah.
grants. There's a lot out there.
Asians are one of the for minorities we pay the most taxes, and we don't even vote, so we don't even feel that. So this is one of the ways, like if we're connecting this to businesses and stuff, this is one of the ways to support our communities, to actually use the tax that we pay our government.
That's a very good idea. I'm going to add on that, Bobby. The program is not only to teach our kids who are here the language, but rather, because there's a big gap in the spoken language, and there is also a huge gap when it comes to culture. So the idea is, I told them that if we start it by teaching the Panitikan itself, we attach it on how they will grow their knowledge of the culture. So ipapasok natin siya. We're going to embed culture through the language. And you all know that language is the best weapon when you want to learn culture.
And you know what? Just perfect. You're starting all of this in October, because October is Filipino American History Month.
That's right.
In the United States, it's actually federal. It's a federal announcement, a federal order that every October is Philippine American History Month, and I think it's very fitting that this is all happening during this month. And
That's
so,
right.
and it's also fitting that we're almost out of time.
So, and to add to that, if you need volunteers,
For sure.
Oh, we're
Bobby
here.
And
is here.
actually, after the first hour of the
She's
Tagalog
volunteering
lessons, we are gonna have snacks. So if people
Oh,
wanna
we'll work for
volunteer,
snacks. Is that what you're saying? We'll work for snacks?
Yeah, and then
we'll
the
work
other
for
half
food.
is that there's also like history lessons too. So if you wanna attend, the Tagalog lessons are limited, but the history lessons afterwards is for everyone. So
Yeah, and we can help with the conversational part of it.
Yeah.
It's
Because they really need to practice it. If you
And
don't,
I
even
have
if you
a
learn.
confession that you know that my minor is Filipino.
Oh, okay, great. So
And
we have
then-
another resource,
And
right?
then
go.
I think, from a more personal standpoint, I think I told you this at least over 20 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago, when I was president of the Tagalog Association of Texas. We already had Tagalog language
Yes.
classes.
So what happened?
Well, it
died.
It died. No, because it was, so we were able to get the use of a classroom in HISD. I'm not gonna say where. It was kind of sketchy, and we decided after we graduated our first group. I think it was 5 kids.
You retired.
We retired. but for me to see this, hey, you know how
It's a
gratifying
revival.
it is to
Yes,
see this,
yes.
that finally it's happening.
And there's also like one thing that I could work with SAFE and Teacher Nils before is that there are folks and some cities who have like summer camps for Filipino kids where not only language but also culture and other stuff too. So and that the one reason we wanted to coordinate with SAFE and the teachers is that because we don't want to duplicate efforts. We want to make it bigger and work together, right?
Of course, we're gonna do the best one here, right?
And it's a good thing they're all younger than us. I should say they have the energy.
They
to
have
do
the
all
energy,
work.
you have the knowledge, and you have some
Then we put it
volunteers.
together.
Yeah. So, okay. So
That might be our time.
I think it has our time. So this is actually our last episode of the season, and we are very grateful for all our guests, all our past guests, and our production team, our wonderful production team. I hope it's not going to happen. And of course, thankful for Manaites for being here with us and
Welcoming us to
allowing us to do this in her house. And I
always feeding
Our
us.
home studio.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I think it's just fitting that we end our season on education with a very well awarded educator, and who is there to offer her time and even treasure, if you will, to help our new teachers. And so we will see you again. Keep an eye on our Facebook page so we can let you know when our next season starts. We are actually going to be starting season 3.
Wow.
If you can believe it. And so, again, thank you so much to all of you for being with us through all these few months. Again, my name is Bobby Reyes.
And this is your Manaites. Maraming salamat po. Diyos mabalo sa Indogabos.
And,
Thank you.
and to our
Cora
guests,
Flores po. Also watch our next episode on October 10. Live Chikahan with Ma'am Cora and Dr. Niels.
and Christian, you
And
have an
Christian
announcement?
Toledo, October 12 at the Post. We'll see
At
you
the
there.
Post, downtown Houston.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.